and then I'm just gonna mute y'all, and then when it's time for y'all to come in, y'all I'll have so y'all can watch everything, and then when I tell y'all, and then we'll start with Melly first, and then go Shabbat. All right. Third line. All right, shut it. Peace, love, and black empowerment. Welcome back to Mile High News, family.
Hey, here we go.
This is our live episode. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. We always had this when we do our live, but hey, we live though. So please make sure you like and subscribe. Please make sure you donate to the Unity community, or if not donate, at least share and let everybody know what we're trying to do. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ooh, excuse me. And please make sure if you want to donate, go ahead and donate to Mile High News at Cash App Mile High News. So we here, family. What up?
What up? Black Power. That's tough.
So yeah, definitely, man. We just want to take some time out and holler at our peeps. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all, so we always want to save a show to where we're talking and hollering at y'all. It's a very important show tonight. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure out what's going on and try to get up a plan for us and what's going on in this time, man. It looks like it's getting real, fam. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a shout out to Black Media, because you know we're getting all these lies, especially y'all's president. You know what I'm saying? He keeps on contradicting himself like every turn we go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't trust what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
You can't trust with none of them.
I'm telling you. So the best news is coming out of the streets.
Yes.
And Mile High News, we the streets, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, big ups to Mile High News, big ups to Brother Tariq Nasheed, big ups to Afro Synergy, big ups to Professional Black Truth. You know, we have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to support our black media, because they're the only ones bringing you the truth for us. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we got everybody in here. We even got our sister Barbara from the Sister Circle. Definitely. We got the Mile High Newsers, and we got our brother and sister Melly Queen and Shabaka. They're on the phone. We're gonna be bringing them in just a little bit. And now I want to bring it to our brother Sharif, who's going to be talking about the coronavirus update and martial law and the lockdown threats. So, brother Sharif.
Peace, family. Thank you, man. Like brother said, this is an important show tonight. We got about 11 people viewing us right now. Please share this. Start a watch party on this. Share this to as many different groups as you can right now, family, because we're living in some serious times. As you know, the city is shutting down right now. All of the restaurants, the bars, all of that is shut down right now. The schools are shut down right now. All concert venues, the casinos, everything is shut down. Now, last week, when we were talking about this subject matter, man, you know, we hadn't got to this point yet. So you just got to realize, family, that in the next few days, we might be living in a situation where we're under 24-hour curfew, meaning that we cannot leave our homes. And this is a very serious thing, family, because I said this earlier today, whenever there is a natural disaster in the United States, they target black people. They target black people for murder and all other kind of heinous crimes, so we have to be prepared, family. We have to be prepared. Now, news came out today that China is expelling all American journalists out of China. The Chinese government has also said that America is responsible for bringing the coronavirus to the Wuhan province and spreading it over in China. Now, this is something that the Chinese officials are saying, the government, they're putting that out there. It seems like China is very agitated at the United States, you know, and this whole corona thing, a lot of people think it's a hoax. A lot of people are scared, think it's real, but regardless of what it is, family, right now they got us on lockdown. And there's precautions that we need to take, and there's work that still needs to be done. So, you know, we still have to be prepared. Last week we was telling you to stock up on this and that, and a lot of people went out and just hoarded and bought too much shit. You know, get away from that, man. Only buy what you need, and prepare your family, man. If you got black folks, if you got weapons, clean your weapons off, dust them off. Make sure you got your ammunition together, along with your food supplies. You know, right now our kids are out of public schools. A lot of us complain that the public schools are mistreating our children and not teaching them the right thing. We need to schedule our time during the day to focus on our children and make sure the education continues. We need to come up with home remedies. We need to be proactive, eating our garlic, our ginger, our natural fruits and vegetables, and so on and so forth, to build our immune systems up. We need to do it that way. We need to approach this thing from a financial standpoint. We need to make sure our money is together. Any gold, silver in the house, that needs to be collected up, because that might be used for money instead of the money, because the way we going now, family, they might say that the coronavirus is transferred through money. So they might suspend money, and if you ain't got a cash card or a cash app or something like that, you might end up being broke, even if you got $10,000 hid up underneath your bed. So we got to be prepared for anything that might happen, family. And, you know, don't be trying to go too far away from the crib right now. Make sure you got the essentials. You know, make sure you calm, cool, and collective so your kids ain't freaking out. Have a plan and a program for your children, family. Now, across the United States, New York City has said in the next 48 hours they might be issuing a shelter in place. That means that you cannot go outside of your home. Back in 1967 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I'm from, they had a riot. In 1967, my father owned a business 2 blocks from where we lived at, and he couldn't even leave the block and go over to his business because they had the military out in the street, and when they put them curfews down, if you break the curfew, they can legally kill you. They can shoot you out in the streets for just wandering the streets. So be careful about that, family. Stay on top of this. And a lot of people feel like this is a bigger thing about the jump off, that this whole corona's diversion. It might be, family, but prepare for it like it is. Continue, you know, keep your house clean, wash your hands. If you got sick or something, don't be going around people. Just be careful, family. Now, just like we told you last week, a lot of Africans, black folks, are not getting this disease. But now this week, black folks then became the face of this disease in the United States with Idris Elba, 2 players from the Utah Jazz that got it, 4 players from the New Jersey Knicks got it, including Kevin Durant. Right here in Denver, Terrence Hughes, which is people affectionately call him Big T, he has it. He's in the hospital on a breathing apparatus right now. Now, this is mainly killing people that have pre-existing conditions that are over the age of 65, 70 years old. If you're young, you might come in contact with the virus, have the virus, show no symptoms, but you can still transfer it to other people. That's what they're saying. Whether this is real or not, just plan for it like it's real. And just follow these precautions, family. But protect your family at all costs. At all costs. Thank you, Brother Noble.
For sure.
All right, thank you, Brother Sharif.
Right,
Outstanding.
And you see what you get from the black media, fam? You're not going to hear all of this, you know what I'm saying, on NBC, CNN, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Get on the Mile High News.
That's right. And I just want to touch on a little bit of what Brother Sharif was talking about with the home cures and the home remedies. Fam, if you're from Denver, you need to check out episode 10. And I'll tell you guys about the Kente Express. And if any of you guys know about the Kente Express, well, I went there and I got some moringa, and I got some echinacea, and I got some black seed oil, and I got a whole bunch of more other stuff. And we are natural people, so you know what I'm saying. That's how we will come out of this is by going back to the earth and eating naturally. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you stock up on. I use a lot of emergency or airborne, so that reduces the cold and that reduces cold symptoms. You know what I'm saying? I was a medical assistant for 13 years, so I know how important this is to be washing your hands and to be to make sure that you're taking some form of vitamin C every day. We're black people, so we need vitamin D as well too, fam. And like I put a post earlier, don't be afraid to go out into the sun because the sun is a natural remedy for us. You know what I'm saying? We are sun people. So don't be afraid to go out just because they all of this and all of that. We still need that daily dose of that vitamin D. You need that daily download, as my wife calls it. So next up, we got our brother Jesse. He's going to be speaking on Tangibles 2020 and navigating the homeless system while black. Brother Jesse.
And Dwayne Pride.
Dwayne Pride, yes.
Yeah, so thank you, Brother Sharif, for that awesome display of what this coronavirus is about. So fam, I was just at the Coalition for the Homeless all day, and I was getting this information out to the unhoused about how to get housed because this information is not getting out. And when I went to the Stout Street Clinic, the first thing they asked me was, are you exhibiting any symptoms of coronavirus? Are you having any sniffling? Are you having any sneezing? Do you have a fever? They started asking me all these questions. They must have asked me about 5 times today when I came in with the gas mask. And now, mind you, everybody in there has gas masks on, some kind of mask on. And when I went to the old Stout Street, the employees were like, why do you have that mask on? I said, the same reason you have the mask on.
Ali done failed.
Ali done failed.
Ali,
But he's back up.
Back up.
There you go.
He's back up.
Ali,
Give me that butterfly.
Kumbaya.
Sing like a bee. Ali.
Yeah.
So anyway, fam, they were questioning me about 5 times today every time I went in and out because I had this mask on. I'm like, look, I had the mask on for preventive measures, the same reason why you have the mask on. But back to tangibles.
Speak up a little bit.
Okay. But back to tangibles. So we're serious about our tangibles, family. It's 2020 and coronavirus or not, whatever's going on, we cannot be distracted from that. We are demanding our tangibles. For past, present, and future, we are owed $100 trillion, and that's just starting. And that's for past, present, and future, family. So Biden, Trump, Bernie, they want our vote, they're going to have to produce some tangibles. The days are over of us just voting because the lesser of two evils, or because this one is supposedly better than the other one. It's all white supremacy at the end of the day, family. We got 3 white supremacist candidates vying for our vote, and they're not getting our vote unless they produce tangibles. So
that's right.
we got to stay focused, family. Coronavirus, whatever is going on, we still got to stay focused on our tangibles. And this is not just for 2020, this is for 2024, 2028, 2032, 2036, 2040, and so on and so forth. Family, we're not letting up on our tangibles. So, intangibles is something real, something substance, something you can feel, something you can count, measure, all of that. It's not tangible turkey legs, it's tangibles 2020, and we are very serious about it. So, that being said, family, I'm going to go to my next topic, and that is how to navigate the system while black, the homeless system while black. So today, I run into countless melanated, mainly black people that were unhoused, that had no idea on how to get housed. So me and my godmother, Marianne, we've been passing out this flyer to the unhoused, which basically lists a list of resources on how to get housed. So you have to have a case manager. Once you get a case manager, after you go through the lottery system, you tell your case manager you want to be housed at Fusion Studios. That's where I'm at right now. And just to give y'all a synopsis of what Fusion Studios is, Fusion Studio apartments are targeted to persons experiencing homelessness who desire or need supportive housing. Certain apartments have been funded by different agencies and have a variety of rental assistance vouchers that are differing requirements, referral processes, and pragmatic focus. Therefore, PMC will referral sources and apply varying resident selection criteria for these applicants, which take to account the regulatory requirements of these units, consistent with Fair Housing Act requirements. Specific preferences for primary placement or priority placement may vary based on the subsidy source used to support the specific something I can't read it all within the property. Therefore, not every unit in the property will have the same waiting list preference, priority, or screening requirement. All applicants for apartments at Fusion Studios must be referred from one of the following sources. A, the One Home Coordinated Intake System operated by Metro Denver Homeless Initiative. B, Denver Street Outreach Collaborative. C, Colorado Coalition for the Homeless through the Home to Health program in collaboration with Denver Health. D, Colorado Coalition for the Homeless referrals in collaboration with the Colorado Department of Human Services. E, Colorado Coalition for the Homeless referrals through the Denver Social Impact Bond Program. And F, Colorado Coalition for the Homeless referrals through the Bridge to PSH program. So this is how they're getting you housed. So you get a case manager, you take the VSPDAT, which is a vulnerability index. In my experience, if you score higher than a 10, they make it their priority to get you housed. So I've already got about 3 people housed, and I'm not letting up. I plan to get more and more of our people housed, family. So with that being said, we mourn the loss of not only Adolph's father, but also of Dwayne Pride. He was a Denver Voice street vendor for a number of years. He was unhoused for over a decade. I met him back when I was working at the Pepsi Center. Come to find out, he was camping out over there for the longest amount of time, and I had no idea. But I seen him on the mall. He was one of the Denver Voice vendors, and the Denver Voice, due to coronavirus, doesn't seem to be doing some kind of memorial or something for him. But he generated a lot of revenue for them, and he brought a lot of people to the Denver Voice. That is the street paper for the unhoused on the streets of Denver. So we mourn the loss of him. He's gone but not forgotten. And we're going to build on this because he was unhoused for almost a decade. There was no reason why he should be unhoused for a decade. He knew John Kravinsky, who was the owner and head of the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless. They had a very close relationship. And this brother, about a month or 2 before he passed, he got housed in Bridge House, and he was staying at New Genesis. So this is unacceptable, family. This is not just our loss, but it's the city's loss. And also my brother Salam Massey, he has pneumonia, and these doctors keep discharging our people, specifically our people, onto the streets that have pre-existing health conditions or are sick, very, very sick, and could die at any moment. So what that tells me, family, is we're at war. All these institutions are against us, including the health. They don't want us to get well. They're basically telling us if you're sick and you're unhoused, then you're dead. We're gonna release you back to the streets, and you're gonna die on the streets. So we were able to get this sister house with the triple bypass surgery. She had 2 pacemakers, and she was living on the streets, and now she's housed at Fusion Studios. Her name is Leanne, and I plan to get Preach. He's known by Preach, housed as well at the Fusion Studios. This place has 140 units, family, and only 40 of them are filled. So there's still a lot of vacancies. So if you know anybody that is unhoused currently on the streets of Denver, primarily black, and you want to get them housed, have them contact me on Mile High News or on my Facebook, Paris LaShawn or LaShawn Paris, and I'll get their information to them so they can get housed.
What are they doing for unhoused families?
Unhoused families, they're supplying them with motel vouchers. You got to go to St. Francis or Samaritan House to get the vouchers, and that's how they're housing the women and the children. And then the men, we have to go to the sheriff's department. If you're not already being criminalized enough, you have to go to the sheriff's department in order to get a voucher. And then if you're deemed that you have coronavirus, they're putting those that they have quarantined in the motels, giving them motel vouchers. But you have to actually have the virus, family, to get these vouchers.
Right on, bro.
So definitely right on, brother.
All right,
Yeah,
good
so-
report, good
Shout,
report.
and also shout out to our boy Ramel, Chop Chop. He's in the Nut House in Pueblo, Colorado. We give him a shout out. He has a book called The University of Life, 5%er. So make sure y'all check that out.
Definitely,
Thank
man.
you.
Yes, yeah, we have to stay on top of this, man. You know, they're coming at us from every way they can, you know, and being homeless with the coronavirus lurking out on the street, you know what I'm saying? It's just messed up, man. But it shows you they don't really care about us, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we gotta care about ourselves.
And Dwayne Pride died of some unknown illness. I don't know if it was coronavirus or what, but he died of some unknown illness, and that's all I have to go on.
See? And it could have been that the coronavirus is already here. They just now saying something about it. You just don't know with them, fam. So, excuse me. Next up, we got our sister Barbara. Sister Barbara's here chilling with us with the fam tonight.
All
Yes.
three in the
Right.
house.
Thanks
And
for having me.
she's going to be talking about compassion during these crazy times that we're having now. So, Sister Barbara.
And before you start, sister, if y'all watching this, please share this video, like this video, and share this video. Please do it right now.
Got 15 people in the box, 17
Yes.
people. Like and
Watch
share,
parties.
fam. This the
Watch
only
parties.
realness. This is the only truth we're going to get. Guaranteed. So, Sister Barbara.
All right, like and share because this is real news.
Yes.
Right here
That's
in the
for
present
us.
moment. Thank you so much. My brothers. Thank you so much. Sharif, you broke it down. They call it COVID-19.
Mhm.
Some folks can't pronounce that word. Some folks can't pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Corona. So I thank you for that, and I'm so happy that there's a place to put our unhoused folks. And you spread the news, Brother Jesse and Brother Noble, right on to the fact that we're here again so that we can bring the truth. This is what it's about, bringing the truth. And of course, we'll have the sage, Chairman Sekou at the end, who will give us his wisdom. And I'm here because, thank you, I have a lot to say about the care and compassion that we are seeing or not seeing. And what I noticed most of all is that care, this time we got to take care of ourselves. We have to look at ourselves and say, are we doing what is right for us in the sense of health? We can eat rather healthily, vegetables, fruits. Brother broke it down about the vitamins and everything. I said, these brothers on top of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's necessary. And you know, we got a stockpile of canned goods, some frozen vegetables. I have some of each. We'll be able to maintain for a while and be creative. We can Google some new recipe and hook it up together. And also, this is a great time. You got children, you got the whole family. We can get in the kitchen and cook something together. Because folks have time to be together. That's unusual. I mean, of course, it's a pandemic, so they say. And it is. We're shutting down this whole country. I've never seen it happen like this. And I've been here 77 years. And I know this is unusual.
What's the score? How many years is the score?
20 years.
20 years?
Did I say 4 score?
Mhm.
That's just 3. 3 score.
Hey, we're going to give you
3
credit for
score,
time
10,
served.
okay?
We'll give you 20 years.
A
for
woman
credit
don't
time
be
served.
telling her age, a lady. But hey, I'm an elder, and wisdom comes with living on this planet, so it's all right. Is it all right?
It's
It's
all right.
all right.
It's all right.
So I just want to talk about how we can help ourselves. And then, you know, all the symptoms, there's tons of postings in the newspaper, on Facebook, wherever you live, all stores. I mean, a lot of things are changing. So be aware and read about it and take care. Then look out for each other. Look out for each other. Check on your parents or check on your sister, your brother. take a moment to call people, to text them, to send them a picture. You know, I'm doing that a lot more because I want to stay connected. And there are people who don't have anybody to check on them. I'm blessed to have 2 daughters. One lives here, and she's just like an old sage. Ever since she was a baby, she's been checking on me, and I'm grateful. But some people don't have folks like that. So that's why we see a neighbor, ask how you doing, or we know somebody who's an elder in our church or in the community, or we got an auntie, or maybe their kids has moved away. Then call them and say, how you doing? Can I help you out? Is there something you need? They say don't go to the store too often, but when we go, we can ask each other to bring us something. Like me, I've been looking for toilet paper. I know that's crazy, but no, it's not, because I've been in King Soopers, nobody had it, and then I went to the dollar store, and I went to Family Dollar. And so why folks hoarding it is beyond me, because there's more than enough for everybody. There was a big old Facebook post that said, King Soopers, we live in Colorado. They got a warehouse full of stuff they still delivering. So we don't need to take everything. I saw this incident that happened. There was a little old lady, she was probably 80, and she was at the place where they have the toilet paper. And what happened is that another woman that was younger, 30, and she was Latina, and the little lady was holding the whole pack, 8-pack, and clutching it to her. And this other person who's young, about 30, literally got up, went over there, took the paper out of her hand, the package, and put it in her basket. Now that was bodacious, and she was a fragile little old, about 80-year-old woman. Well, let me tell you about the compassion and the care that happened. There were people standing around, a couple and an older woman, and they walked right over to this younger person and said, took a package of this toilet paper and gave it to the elder lady, and they chastised her and said, don't hoard. That lady had nothing. So we got to be aware that sometimes we got to step in and help people who cannot help themselves. Even just to pick up the toilet paper and say, oh no, you can't do that. Really. Now my own incident, I went out to the store and somebody took my basket, okay? They took my stuff out. I was give me some eggs, okay? It was in the frozen food department. And then I come back and it's gone.
Wow.
But I didn't say a lot of kind words, but I walked around the corner. Yeah, it was rough. But there was a brother that was stocking up the frozen food section, and he said, I'll take this out. And he gave me the basket. So that's what we talk about, kindness, compassion, and caring. Now, I'm glad to be here. I'm laughing because laughter is the best medicine. I like when the brother said, go outside, put some sun on your face. I went to the park today, and it was about 2:30. It was so peaceful. There were hardly any people around, but it was a joy anyway. So I'll be over there tomorrow at 2:30, just basking in the sun, being still, and being thankful. So like we say, have conversations. If you got kids, get them to help you cook. This could be a whole family thing. Play games, talk to each other. This is what time it is. We just want to, I'm not making light of this. We're educating our children at home. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this in my entire life. But let's be diligent and also be alert, awake, and aware. Because this is not something to play with. This is a serious something that's going around. And so I want to thank my brothers for really expounding on this earlier. And remember, Mile High News, click the Cash App button and donate. This is the real deal. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Right on,
That's
sister.
right.
All right.
Thank you, Sister Barbara.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, 4 and 7 years.
That's right. So So before we bring our Mile High News is on Sekou in Sekou's corner, we got our General Melly and we got our brother Shabaka that want to touch in with us. So let me bring them on in here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, General Melly and brother Shabaka, y'all here? All right, so Melly, we're gonna put you on first. Let me make sure everything's right. Here you go, buddy. All right, y'all. So let us know what's going on, General Melly. How you doing out there?
Thank you, Brother Noble. Salute to everyone on the panel tonight. Salute Sister Barbara. I love when you're on the show. I love when you're here. I just want to expound on this coronavirus and what's going on right now. Family, please just stay calm. Keep your wits about you. Be in a panic. During this time, it's basically a forced separation. And I think it's time for us to monopolize on this.
That's right,
We have black-owned businesses and establishments that we can support and help build up. Our children are out of these schools that we have been pushing for the longest. Let's get together and educate our own babies. Keep them occupied during this time. These pigs around, they're going to be corralling people into prison. Don't let them get hold to our babies. Keep them out of these streets. Keep them occupied. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Go back to nature as much as possible. It's showing you that this evilness is turning on itself.
Right on.
We need to step back and focus on us and keep building us. You can still grow food in your house. Do not take that vaccine. I'm going to keep saying that. That's where the fuckery is going to come in. Do not take these vaccines. They're trying to create mass hysteria. Think. Get armed. Because I'm looking at my people buying toilet tissue and sanitizers, and these clear folks out here, hey, they ain't bought up all the guns and the ammunition.
That's right.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stay focused and do what you need to do. Protect yourself. Stay out of their way. If you stay out of their way, you don't have to worry about getting caught up. These FEMA camps are ready to start rolling in, pulling in prisoners. The military is on standby. Stay out of their way.
That's right.
Do what you need to do. Keep eating correctly, your vitamins, exercising. All of these things combat that virus. Because the flu is worse than this virus is. They're trying to get you to take the shot. I'm going to say it again. Do not take it.
Do not.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Right.
That's right.
Queen.
Thank you, Sister Melly. Definitely.
Here we
Yeah,
go. We're coming.
So we gotta stay focused. Just like Sister Melly was saying, we can bring out our natural herbs, natural remedies and stuff. And it's kind of tripped out that they wanted to make all these laws and stuff about us not educating our kids at home. But now you can do it. Now go ahead. And now so we're gonna keep the same energy. And even after this is gone, we should keep on educating our kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. So next up we got our brother, our West Coast correspondent, Brother Shabaka Sankor. What's up there, Brother Shabaka?
Thank you, Brother Noble, and greeting to you all in Mile High News there in Colorado from California. To emphasize what Sister was saying is that California has started what they call stay-at-home quarantines for all the counties in the Bay Area, which is San Francisco County, which is San Mateo County, which is Santa Clara County, which is Alameda County, and which is Contra Costa County. Now, also, too, people be advised is that Santa Clara County is the headquarters of all that fuckery from Facebook, YouTube, Google, and all that shit. And in addition to, I'm coming across information that these damn 5 gigabyte cell phone towers is activating this COVID-ID or COVID-19, this coronavirus, as we do know that this is nothing more than genocide. They're going to come to our community with it at the most. And as Brother Jay has always emphasized, that we cannot be going out here caping for these other organizations, and particularly at this time. Now, watch how fast these other groups are going to go out there to protect themselves, and then they're sure enough, fuck, they're going to come to us again. Well, hey, help us, help us, help us. But yet, no, they're going to throw us there to the wolves. You follow me, people? And then, with the people being in this in-home quarantine or stay-at-home curfew, what's going to happen to the homeless people outside? You see what I mean? So they're going to be incarcerated, violating this law, order, executive order, or what have you. And I'm of the theory that down there in L.A. County, off of Spencer St. Julian, we got a huge homeless population where they did have a hepatitis outbreak a couple of years ago, according to the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, and they're moving them further and further east. I'm of the opinion is that sooner or later is that they're going to take the homeless, mainly us, and put us in these FEMA camps in the deserts of Southern California and turn off the damn water. Now, keep in mind, people, is that the water here in California is contaminated. You got what they call the California Aqueduct, which I call the world's biggest sewer, is because this is where all the waste from farm animals go into. So what they do is that they try to recycle it into the drinking water, because the drinking water in Southern California especially is horrible. You can just smell all the different chemicals in it. You can smell all the different additives in it. And then, of course, as we know, there's other ways to transmit this coronavirus to keep it straight off into the black community to exterminate us first. In addition to, they want to kill us for our organs, for our melanin, and then as Brother Sharif had pointed out, is that on our continent, we have the lowest amount of this coronavirus, and then research that I've done has stated that the ones that are on hospital are pretty much, non-melanated people. But although, too, I did get word that there's a few of our people that have it, few players in the NBA, they shut down the NBA. Let them keep the NBA shut down, because I always have advocated that if black people or the black players went on strike, this will just go to show of just how much revenue we generate to the NBA and the NFL and Major League Baseball. You see, they don't want to give us our proper respect on that. And as Sister Melly Queen was saying, we need to homeschool and educate our youth, because they have shut down these damn public indoctrination centers. They need them, keep them shut down. We need to innovate, pool our resources to homeschool our children, because as we stated on our last podcast, and you were there, Brother Jesse, about there's a few people, who are qualified to do the homeschooling, but what we need to do is get some crash courses going on. At least start our babies off with the 3 R's: read, write, arithmetic, and keep our babies away from these vaccines, and keep our babies away from these inoculations, and also to make damn sure we keep our babies away from drag queen story hours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep in mind that this motherfucker cannot menstruate, he cannot ovulate, he cannot bear children. It's a fucking man!
Right.
That's right, Brother Shabaka. Thank you. Yeah, man. We gotta.
That fire.
I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why we want to get our correspondents on. Sister Melly is a weekly correspondent, but we had to bring him on in here because this is an important topic, and we need all angles, and we need it all explained to us. So definitely make sure that y'all stay on this, fam. You know what I'm saying? So next up and last, Last but not least, we got our brother St. Coop in St. Coop's Corner.
All right, let's just say amen. Boy.
What you got today, sir?
I'm gonna let you know, man, this is wonderful. This is absolutely an outstanding conversation. And we have hit upon almost every aspect there is to be done on this thing. And so this is one of those shows that you're gonna have to probably look at over and over again to get all of this. Because we feeding you this evening. You get fed.
Make sure when you do, you share it.
I'm trying to tell you. So here we go. Now, listen. This is perhaps the new beginning of a new world order, of how we go about doing what we say we're supposed to be doing.
Make sure you speak up to them.
And everything that was talked about this evening, it ain't nothing new. All right? We've been hearing this for a while about what we need to be doing. This is before the virus. And now we have a wonderful opportunity to practice the knowledge that we already got. You already got it. Your culture provides for you to be healthy. Everybody that I know of raised in the black family knew you're supposed to be washing your hands first thing in the morning, after you eat, and before you go to bed. That was just natural stuff, especially if you go in there and you use the bathroom. You better wash them twice. And then put some soap in between your legs, Jack, so you don't be carrying around no remnants. And your underwear, we call them racing stripes then. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a hurry to go somewhere. Those skid marks. Yeah. So listen, we are in a privileged position right now to do what we need to have been doing that we ain't done yet. Now it done got to the point where it's become real clear. You either do it or you die. You either do it or you die. All right? And if you don't give a damn about your life, why should I? See? You can't help folks, like Aretha Franklin said. I can't help you if you won't let me. See? And so now is the time for us to unite. Now is the time for us to get organized.
That's right.
And you can start with yourself. And doing some of the things that was suggested. Now, all of these things that's happening is really just symptomatic of what's really going on. You are witnessing in your lifetime the decline of the Second Roman Empire.
Yes.
All right?
Speak on
And you ain't got no responsibility to be holding this up.
Right.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. See, let it go. Because they have earned this whooping.
Yes.
They've earned it.
Yes.
See? And the white supremacist capitalist system has got to go in order for the masses of humanity to move forward and have a life worth living. Let it go. Now, I spent the whole day today on the bus, surveying the scene, seeing what's going on in the town. I went from the east side all the way to the west side. You understand me? And I'm on the bus with me and the bus driver. That's it. I felt like the American gangster. I had the first urban limousine. I'm in the back, and we rolling, and I'm shouting it to him. He's shouting back to me, and we so happy because there was no stress.
They ain't picking up nobody.
And the bus was empty, so there wasn't nobody on there for me to get infected by.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
You got to pay attention here. The things they tell you to do ain't what you need to be doing. See, you sit up here isolating yourself. You sit up here locking yourself up, fool. Are you out your mind? You know what I'm saying? Now, what kind of sense does that make? And then you scared that they're going to come along with martial law and tell you you can't come outside and play? For real? Well, if it's so dangerous, what the hell is the army doing out there? What they doing out there? See? They're allowed to be sicker than all of us in a minute, so we don't have to worry about that. If you're sick, you can't hit what you're shooting at. And you probably might get suicidal and shoot yourself. Can you imagine you in the National Guard, you have to shoot your mama because she ain't outside on curfew? Who gonna do that? Who gonna do it? See, you do something that low down, I'm not gonna shoot you for that. Because if you shoot your mama, you shoot mine. And mine's already dead. So you know I ain't having you desecrating them grave. You might go out to Paramount and start shooting up graves and things with your crazy self. So you got I'm trying to tell you, folks are going crazy. So what happened was this. And Maya Angelou said it real clear. And that was, when you see people, when they come as they is, you best be believing it's true.
Yes, indeed.
And if you look at the nature of the human reaction to this virus, quote unquote, folks that lost their mind. You see the most rudimentary principles being practiced of greed, racism, sexism, exploitation. You know what I'm saying? They ain't having none of that shit. Ain't having none of that. And now it's the time to enforce the citizens' right to arrest a goddamn fool. See? And you gotta whoop his ass. You can't be playing with him. I wish it was now. Beat that ass to the white meat, motherfucker. Are you this motherfucker? I got enough shit going on being a nigga in America. I don't need this shit. So fuck that motherfucking virus. I'm gonna live my motherfucking life because the key to life is to have no fucking fear. If you're not afraid of nothing, then there ain't nothing scare you, including death. I'll run to the death. I ain't scared of that shit. And as this day present itself, I'm coming to get you, motherfucker, before you get me. Now let's go with it, nigga. Ain't nobody scared, bitch. Now, act like you got some motherfucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm gonna tell you right now, for real, because black people tired of this bullshit. I'm trying to say, all right? We already tired of this virus bullshit. It's the best motherfucking thing that ever happened to us. All right, because now we have a level playing field. Now every motherfucker is broke. And that's a good goddamn thing. Everybody is goddamn broke. Now, let's see how you handle that shit, cracker. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how you handle that shit, Mexican. Let's see how you handle that shit, yin yang rock bang. Let's see, motherfucker, how you handle being broke. Because I'm telling you right now, we are masters of being broke. We don't give a fuck because we make money that we don't report. See? And we don't give a fuck. Shut down the bar. Shit, motherfucker, we've been bootlegging shit for a long goddamn time. We don't give a fuck. We're going to have our spirits, whether they liquid or mental. You ain't going to take away our spirit and you just shut down the goddamn church. Where's your goddamn faith, motherfucker? I'm talking about for real. Where's Jesus at in your life, motherfucker? You run scared to go to church. You see, that's when you need to take your ass up in there when you're scared, fool. You know what I'm saying? You need to be around some motherfuckers that's going to help you in your ass.
Church.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all got to help me now. I'm talking about for real because I'm telling you right now, right? Today I had a wonderful day. There was no traffic. You understand me? There was no motherfuckers beeping no horns and shit. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody on the bus with their goddamn feet on the chair and shit. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no motherfuckers coughing because there wasn't no motherfucker there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good as a motherfucker. I'm good. I hope you motherfuckers all stay the fuck home. You crazy motherfuckers, you can keep your ass at home. Anyway, I don't give a fuck if there's a cure for this shit, keep your ass home. Keep your ass, don't you come out that goddamn house until you get some goddamn sense, you goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? So, a fool can make many a motherfucker stupid. If you believe in the bullshit, because it's not the lie that's told, it's the stupid motherfucker that believes the shit. You know what I'm saying? So check yourself before you wreck your motherfucking self.
Check
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about from your ass up, not your head down, because this ain't class struggle, this is ass struggle, and we struggling against assholes that need their ass wiped clean.
And kicked.
Man, kid.
That's all I got for you,
So
motherfucker.
quit singing.
That's right.
Hey, before we go, man, white folks is scared.
Mm-hmm.
White folks is scared. I done posted stuff on the Facebook the last couple of days. Just look. I not with even commentary. I'm just posting articles on there, bro. And they telling me that this goes against the community standards and trying to, just censor everything, especially if you say something about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So white folks are scared out here, and like I said, family, earlier, when white folks get scared, they go get guns and they kill black people during national emergencies. When they had the flu 100 years ago in 1918, when they had the flu, white people killed black people because they wasn't catching the flu. They said, why ain't these niggas catching the flu? And they went out and murdered black people. Look it up. It's the truth. In the 1930s, when they had famines and stuff and black folks was exiting the South and coming north, white folks ambushed black people on the highway. I think it's an old blues song about Highway 61 or something like that, where they murdered black people trying to escape from the South. And we know what happened in Katrina, where the cracker stood on the bridge and would not let black people go across the bridge with shotguns. And the police murdered black people and covered it up. And right now, 15 years later, a couple of the dirty bastards is going to jail for it. So remember this, family. In natural disasters, white folks act crazy.
Well, guess what? I got something for that motherfucking ass.
You better have
You know what I'm
something.
saying? It's like, look, we got a nigga with a motherfucking gun that knocks gnats off elephants' asses at 100 motherfucking yards. Now, don't fuck with me. I'm trying to tell you, because we training motherfuckers over the last 20 years how to do the same goddamn thing. See, I'm a registered member of the NRA and the fucking Ku Klux Klan. You motherfucking right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go to the rally and shoot that motherfucker up with white gloves on. I don't give a fuck. Just to give me that goddamn mask you got on your goddamn face. You know what I'm saying? You might as well use that motherfucker for some other than a motherfucking costume.
Hey, they said on here, let's chill on the cuss a little bit. But Sister Barbara, did you want to put anything into this?
Fight back, stand up.
And let me say one thing before we get too far with this language thing. Let me tell you something. This situation is profane. This ain't no poo-poo la-la. This is straight up bullshit. And anytime you express yourself and to communicate, if you go into the dictionary and it says, look up the word, there's no such thing called a bad word or a good word. It's just words that you use to communicate a particular understanding or message. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna sit up this motherfucker and tell me how to talk. I've been talking for a long time, and I want you to understand real clear, like Malcolm said, make it plain. And guess what? If you don't get it, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna tell me how to talk. Is you out your mind? You know what I'm saying? So all them laws they got about what you can say, what you can't say. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm telling you right now, I got freedom of speech, and it don't matter what language I use, because I got some words for you in Spanish I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? I got some words in Portuguese I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't speak that, you won't get that. So I'm assuming, because of imperialism, we all been given a language that ain't our natural language. I am not from England, so I don't speak English good, and I ain't got to. I do black folks talk, and that's Ebonics, that's woolly wop and fizzle dizzle drizzle, and if you can't get with the whistle, then guess what? Bye bye birdie.
To the sister Antoinette, we apologize. We do cuss a little bit, and she's saying respect the lady that's with her.
You feel disrespected?
That's right. You honestly feel.
Tell the truth, you feel disrespected?
I know.
It ain't no such thing
That's
as no
how you-
correct
this is the
language.
way you talk.
Do you feel disrespected?
Hey, you was cussing all these other folks. You can cuss me out.
Well, we're-
It should.
But we, you know, but the thing is,
But it's not right.
we're not trying to be disrespectful.
No, we're
Yeah.
not.
And you know what I'm saying, but this is it's a shock of the hour. What's happening right now, and
a lot going on.
and like the scriptures say, man, come out of her, my people, be not partakers in their sins and their plagues. And so we trying to give this to you in the strongest terms possible to be ready, be prepared. You know, forget about the cussing and all of that, but you know, focus in on the message and our duty to our community. And I'm sorry, Sister Barbara, go ahead.
I just want to say that, you know, this is a time for us to stay alert, stay awake,
Learn.
stay aware. This is a time, I respect what everybody said. The condition in California, our condition here in Denver, this condition is really what's happening all across
We ain't got too much.
the USA. So I want to say, listen.
Our phone is at 10%.
Listen.
It's core coordinates.
listen, and help one another. And look beyond the cussing. You know, we all cuss. I watch these black movies and everybody cussing in it. It seems to be white folks talk. And hey, I've learned that cussing is a sign of intelligence, believe it or not. Okay? But we're gonna be kinder. We can say what we need to say without cussing all the time.
Yeah, and anybody
Right.
whose feelings got hurt because I
She said, sister said she understands.
All right, and if you got children watching this, you dig what I'm
Which
saying?
we shouldn't. We're an 18 and older show.
Yeah, this is kind of serious. This is
We
a
have
adult
to
thing.
do that.
So
Yeah.
if you got children, you know what I'm saying, then you got to interpret what exactly was said in the way that you want to do. And I'm not saying that everybody should be like me and talk like me, because I ain't talking like y'all. But see, you got to have various talks up in there so you make sure that we hit all audience, because some audience don't understand the la 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 la, the woo de woo de woo de woo, that Brother Jeff bullshit. Excuse my language with his tangibles and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming off real. You know what I'm saying? So like, motherfucker, please. You know what I'm saying? All that la 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 la, woo 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 woo, out the shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to hear that bullshit, I'd go to college, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no college intellectual thing going on. This is your ass or your class, and you better choose one because you can't save your face and your ass at the same time, so you better choose. See? Now, I choose my ass before my face. And I'm sticking with the race, and I'm like Muhammad Ali. We're going to be champions and we're going to be the winner. Because I'm telling you right now, when it's all said and done, we're going to get this one done, and we're going to get it done, and this is it. We're going to be finished with it, and we're going to be done forever.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, fam.
Ali
So
said it.
definitely we gonna leave y'all with this. We love y'all. Please support our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. If you guys want to donate to the Mile High News channel, please do so. We're at $ Mile High News. Please support the Unity Community fam. We are really doing it out here. I hope y'all seeing my videos out here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This it's about to happen, fam. So, you know, we love y'all. Thank you to our sister Millie Queen and our brother Shabaka. We love y'all.
Thank you.
Black Power.
And we will see y'all next week. We are going to attempt a sister circle.
Great show.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. We're going to attempt a sister circle tomorrow. That just depends on how our sisters do. And we love y'all, fam. You know what I'm saying?
One love.
Where else you going to get this info at?
One people, one love.
Okay, we love y'all. Peace.
That's love talking.
See y'all next week.
Thank
Go out
you.
there. Go out there, son.
All right.
Always.
Man, I'm tired.